Hi, Cancer, Sun, Moon, Ascendant, or Venus. This is Dane, and I'm going to be doing your November 1st to the 15th, 2021 money and career reading for you. Now, I ask if this reading resonates with you. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. If you're interested in any of the cards that I'm using, they will be listed and linked in the description box below. Now, before we begin this reading, let us clear the energy space, raising our own energy vibration and releasing any negativity. So take a nice deep breath in, exhaling whenever it feels comfortable for you. Releasing all negativity from the body like storm clouds. Letting yourself feel calm, centered, and at peace as you enter into this safe and loving space. Let's let the bowl sing as we see what the tarot has to say. Cancer, November 1st to the 15th, 2021 Cancer, money and career. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. Angels and spirit guides. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. Angels and spirit guides. Angels and spirit guides. Show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. Angels and spirit guides. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. Angels and spirit guides. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. At the bottom is our rooted self. The left-hand side is our inner self. The middle, our heart, our emotional self. The right-hand side, the public arena, the public self. So let's see what the cards have to say. At the bottom, we have the moon, which is Pisces energy. If we have Pisces within our natal chart, that's going to come through very powerfully here at our root. And we have Aquarius energy coming through with the star. And so if we have Aquarius within our natal chart, that's going to be very powerful here again at our root. But we're also going to find that the phases of the moon, are going to affect us. It's like celestially, things are going to be lining up a certain way for us. We're going to be greatly affected by things more than we aren't. So it can be that the new moon, on the 4th of November very much affects us, very much calls to us, and there's going to be a separate reading done on that. So I would definitely check that out. But there's going to be the sense here of this growing into our power, and also this understanding of these phases of inspiration for us, and that they grow and they wax and they wane, just like the moon does. So that's going to be really important. Then we have the Queen of Wands, fire sign energy, and Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. If we're born on the cusp with Leo, or we have fire sign energy within our natal chart, that comes through very powerfully here within our inner self. And we have the Ten of Wands. We're going to be astoundingly work focused. I mean, just astoundingly work focused, work centric. That's going to be a huge part of us during this time. We have the Tower at our heart, and we have the King of Swords. The King of Swords is air sign energy, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. If we're born on the cusp with Gemini, or we have air sign energy within our chart, that comes through very powerfully in our hearts. We have Leo right here, strength energy, Leo energy with the strength card right here. And we have the Knight of Pentacles, which is earth sign energy, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. So this is going to be a time where it takes our courage to move forward in our prosperity, but we also have to be patient with that prosperity as we call it forward. We're slowly and steadily moving towards our goals. We're going to want it to happen yesterday. We're going to be very impatient with ourselves. So that's going to be something that we have to be aware of. Just that's the reason why Spirit said we're like the moon. We're growing, then we wane or wax or whatever it's called. As we become ourselves. We grow, we disappear, we grow again. And there's going to be that sense of, I have to understand that pattern within me. I have to understand when I need a break, when I need to let myself shine, when I need to step back from things, when I need to step into things. And just connecting with ourselves more is going to be astoundingly beneficial. Now let's look at the energy we need to be mindful of. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly, angels and spirit guides. It's the King of Swords. So this is an energy that very much connects with our heart and is positive in one sense, but we're also going to find that we're going to be very drawn to straight talking people. They just have to say things as it is, and I just have to hear it just like this. And we're going to think they're really helping us. They're really just telling us the truth. They're telling us what we need to hear. They're telling us, it as it is. They're giving it to us straight. But what we're going to find out is that we don't need people to be cruel and hurtful in their bluntness. People can be blunt, people can be straight to the point, yes, but they don't have to be rude about it. And that's going to be something that we need to really realize during this time. And also realizing that certain people, we could have thought, oh, they're really helping us out, but they're eroding our confidence. They're making us doubt ourselves. So that's going to be something to be aware of during this time. And also know that our heart and our mind are coming together in a very powerful way. And we need to let ourselves start speaking with our heart, with our emotions, with our desires, but also cutting through a lot of negativity, a lot of doubt, a lot of fear. And that can be something that we have a bit of trouble with. We have a bit of trouble with the heart and the voice coming together in the way that it really needs to. We can't just be all logical or all emotional. Both are too extreme. And coming together in that powerful, healing way, that's going to be the game changer for us. And that's going to be what we need to focus on. And so that can also be something that really trips us up during this time. So just being aware of that is going to be powerful. All right, let's see here with the chakra energy. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. And this is the universal light. We have to let ourselves shine. I mean, we have the star at our root, the moon right here. We have to let ourselves shine. This is the soul star chakra located 6 inches above our crown. This is a sense of, I am healing, I am discovering, I am becoming, I am embracing, I am letting me shine. I am letting me be who it is that I need to be. And that becomes everything. That really does. So at our root here, we have the moon. There are a lot of mysteries here that we're also looking at. We're going to be afraid of something. It's going to be a fear of our own voice, a fear of the way that we want to move forward. There's going to be something here that really holds us back. Acknowledging it is going to be the first step of conquering it. But there's also going to be a sense here of, I've been afraid of something for way too long. I've been having it define me for way too long. And now I need to step back and step into myself. Now I need to embrace my heart, my soul, my desire, and where it is that I need to be within my life. And that becomes the game changer. This becomes a very powerful time once we accept that. But also as we accept that the amount of energy that we put into something, again, it goes like the moon. We can have it be that beacon of light that just shines like the full moon, and then it, moves into the new moon where it just completely disappears, where we need to step back and we need to embrace our own hearts, our own desires, our own wants, our own needs, and do some self-reflection and check in with what we really want and how we really want to move forward, and then grow towards that spotlight again. That's going to be really important because we're going to expect that spotlight to be on all the time. And what's going to happen is we're going to drain ourselves. We're going to feel overwhelmed. We're going to feel out of place. We're going to feel as if we're not even inhabiting the right space. And so here, acknowledging that energy change and acknowledging ourselves, that becomes the game changer. It then leads us to the star. It leads us to being guided by our dreams, being guided by what we desire. There's also a fear around our dreams coming forward, around us being able to accomplish what we want to accomplish. Now, this can mean that we kind of have to step back from things and reevaluate, look at things in a different way, look at things in a different light, saying, okay, is this good for me or is that good for me? Is this how I want to move forward or is that how I want to move forward? And really being open and honest with ourselves. Our dreams might change. What it is that we really desire in our lives can take on a new face, a new understanding, a new purpose, a new dedication. And so letting that move us is going to be a really important thing for us. And then it moves us here as we are being guided by our dreams, as we're being guided by what we want and what we desire within our lives. It moves us to our passion within this world. And this is the fire that moves us. This is the Queen of Wands. This is our fire. This is our intensity. This is what we desire, what we want, what we need. And so here this comes forward very openly, very honestly, very intensely. And we're going to see that we don't need to be in the forefront. We don't need everybody to see us for us to be seeing our passion. We're also going to be very focused on our work. We're going to think the more that I can do, the better that I can do it. And that's not necessarily going to be the truth of it. That's what the moon is telling us here at our root. We're going to need to take on what we can, and we're going to have to respect our limitations, or respect, our stress level or our anxiety or whatever it is that comes forward and makes us kind of balance things out, makes us have to look at things, in a very honest way for us. And so here with the Queen of Wands, we start to see new passions, we start to see new desires, we start to see new light and illumination for what we want in the world coming forward. And with the 10 of Wands, we're looking at the weight that we've been putting on our shoulders. We're looking at the way that we've been defining ourselves, the way that we've been, overburdening ourselves. And we're starting to say, there's more to life than just the dirt on the ground. There's more to life than just what I have to, trudge and lug around. And so I'm releasing a lot of things that I can release. And I'm starting to look at the things that are causing me stress, that are causing me to have raised cortisone levels. And I'm looking at myself with honesty and with openness and with caring and compassion. And it leads us to the Tower. It leads us to this powerful change. And in our hearts, we're still going through this powerful change. This might have been us being pushed out of our comfort zone one way or the other, feeling as if life just kind of took control of things, spirit took control of things and threw us way out of our realm of understanding, ideas, comfort, want, desire. And so here we're looking at things and saying, how did this affect me emotionally? How do I know how it is that I want to move forward emotionally? How did this give me the rocky waters, make me doubt my footing? And so as we acknowledge the Tower time, but also as we acknowledge just an intense change, we start to see ourselves in a different light. We start to see ourselves more openly, more honestly, more succinctly than we have before. And as we embrace that recognition, we embrace the King of Swords. We cut through doubts and fears and negativity. We cut through a lot of the words that we wouldn't say, a lot of the things that we wouldn't embrace about ourselves. We start to see ourselves moving forward in passion and in this warrior spirit, because the King of Swords is a warrior king. And we embrace our voice, we embrace what we want, we start to speak from the heart. And that's going to be really important to us, even if we kind of watch our words with everybody else. But when we're speaking to ourselves, we come from the heart. We come from what we're passionate about. We come from our desires, our wants, our needs, our sense of, is this leading me in the right direction? And we start to become very honest. We start to look at things through not only memory, but, through thought, through connection. And it's not always going to be based off of the past that we're making these decisions, but it's going to be based off of the power that we're seizing within this moment. And that's where our strength needs to come from. That's where our courage needs to come from. It's not the sense of I can be stronger and louder and brasher and bolder than anybody else, but it's the sense of I can have courage to love, to care, to nurture, to, show up and be there, to hold sacred space for those who need it, and also for myself, to not forget myself. And so often we kind of laugh that off and say, oh, what does that mean? It means actually being present when we talk to a person, not picking up our phones every 5 seconds, or, thinking about what we have to do next when we're in a conversation with somebody else. And we know those people. We know those people who are fantastic listeners, or at least we know when we're around them. And we feel heard, we feel seen, we feel listened to. And that becomes the game changer. And so here with strength, it's embracing that strength of our own personality. It's embracing that strength of the kindness of our heart, of the compassion, of the love. Because, that leper could easily take down that woman. There's love there. There's strength of emotional connection that's changing the game, that's moving us forward, that's embracing our hearts and our souls and ourselves. And this is what we have to really look at during this time. It's not about demanding people pay attention to us or listen to us. What it is, it's leading by example. And it's being that rare, beautiful strength that needs to be seen within the world, that isn't about the big muscles and the booming voice. It's about the compassion and the love and the connection and, the understanding of boundaries, yes. So it's not connecting with everybody so much that we're just tied up in their success, but it's also the sense of power and insight through love, respect, and honor. And it brings us then to the Knight of Pentacles. That's how we slowly and steadily move forward in our wealth. That's how new doors open to us, because we're being very true to ourselves. We're going to start to see ourselves in a new light, and also as more courageous, as more, this is who I am, this is what I want, this is what I need. We have to have patience with the way that we're moving forward. We're going to want things to move a heck of a lot faster than they are. The Knight of Pentacles is the slowest moving knight. He is the steadiest of the knights. He is the one who's building something and knows that it will take time. And what we are building here will take time. Our wealth, our prosperity, our bounty. Now, when Spirit says wealth, it doesn't mean that all of a sudden, our bank accounts are going to be absolutely filled and we are going to be able to be just so thrilled with that, though it might mean that for some of us. But what it also means is that we have enough money to pay our bills. We have enough money to be comfortable and content and to really ground ourselves. And that's perfect. That's perfect. Our world has us striving for something that is almost unobtainable, or only obtainable by the elite few. And here it's saying to be able to be, it's the old Nordic saying, to be able to be king of a cottage instead of servant to a castle. Well, that's everything. And that's something to honor. And we're slowly and steadily building towards that. Will we be obsessed with work and take on too much? Yeah, we really will. We're going to have that tendency during this time. We're going to have something that happened that either, put us in a financial strait or, our world just got turned upside down. That's going to be a fear of ours. Oh my gosh, this is going to happen again. And we're actually going to find that if we fear this too much, we're going to find that the fear of it brings situations like it closer and closer to us. So here, to have our feet firmly planted on the ground, to be able to obtain our footing, to know what it is that we want, to know our dreams, to know our desires, and speak from the heart, that's going to give us the courage to take the next step and to move forward towards something so much more. Our subconscious energy to be mindful of is the Queen of Wands. Again, we can be completely overwhelmed. And it's so interesting because both of the King and the Queen that we are to be mindful of are in our reading. We can be completely overwhelmed by our passion and our desires. And we can also really think that these people who come across as very kind of cold business people, that they have all the answers. And we're going to want to emulate them. And Spirit's saying, don't fall into that trap. Don't lose sight of your heart. It moves us here to our subconscious Chakra Message, which is holistic health. And this is the Earth Star Chakra. No, this is not the Earth Star Chakra. This is the Root Chakra. And this is one of my favorite cards. This is embracing us holistically, naturally, openly, honestly. This is connecting with our spirit and ourselves and knowing what we need. Listening to our bodies in this very real, opened, and healing way. And saying what is right for me and what isn't. And not trying to make things fit that don't fit. And what's more, will never fit us, will never be right for us. It's making sure we get sleep. It's making sure that we eat right. It's making sure that we drink enough water and we don't drink too much, of alcohol. And so here, we're going to need to really listen and step into ourselves. And that's going to be really powerful. It moves us to our subconscious rooted message. And that's strength. It's having the strength to look at the storm. And that's why the sky is so important to us. That's why astrologically, we might even find that we're affected by storms. We had a nor'eastern come through. And if you live in like the same part of the world as me, you might have had that storm come through and felt like tension within your body, tension within yourself. Here, we have to have the strength to kind of face those storms and not let the elements around us, the world around us dictate to us so much, but also be aware that connection to the earth and nature and the elements is important and is something that we have to listen to. We can't just ignore it. And so our strength comes from knowing ourselves, embracing ourselves holistically, openly, honestly, as we move forward, and having the strength to say what we need, what we want, but also to care and to love and to open our hearts, Cancer, because our hearts are extraordinary. A Cancer who does not embrace their hearts is a person who is not led forward the right way. The subconscious and the conscious self are leading our chariot, and that's why we need them to be aligned. We need to embrace them and honor them. It moves us to our subconscious inner self, and it's another wand. It's the Eight of Wands. Everything starts to happen really quickly as we're embracing our passion, as we're looking at what we want, but also as we're not defining ourselves as simply our work and our paycheck, as We're letting ourselves shine with our light, with our own, sparks and joys and hobbies and desires and wishes. And we're starting to look at what we want and what we don't want, and where it is that we want to be and where it is that we don't want to be. And we're doing so with honor and integrity. And it moves us to our subconscious emotional self. And it's the Three of Swords. There's a part of us that's scared. We have to here look at the fear, the hurt, the desolation, the pain, the sense of being overwhelmed, and say, I acknowledge you. I acknowledge what I have been through, but I will not let the pain be speaking for me anymore. I will not let myself have to run away from where it is that I truly want to be and what it is that I truly desire within my life. Because of past devastation. There's only so long that pain gets to rule us. And now it is the time to say enough, enough. It brings us to our subconscious public arena self, and it's the King of Swords. It's the Knight of Swords, the Knight. And this is spontaneity. Here we have patience, and here we have the slowest moving knight, and we have the fastest moving knight with the Knight of Swords. And so here we have the sense of determination and focus and dreams and flying high and going after what it is that we want and seizing the moment and seizing the day and letting ourselves be. And that's going to be astoundingly important for us to say there is more here than meets the eye. We're also finding that we're the heroes of our dreams. We aren't waiting for anybody else to save us. We're saving ourselves. And that's strong. We're embracing our voice. We're looking at what we want, what we desire, at who it is that we are, and we're letting ourselves shine and soar. We're embracing our words and our thoughts, and we're embracing the majesty of ourselves, the nobility of ourselves. Because remember, back in the day, back in medieval times, a person was only allowed to wield a sword if they were of nobility. So there is a sense of majesty coming forward within us. Okay. All right, Cancer. I hope this reading has resonated with you. I wish you nothing but light, love, peace, and happiness. May harmony always be with you. I'm sending loving, healing energy to each and every one of you. I love you all, and stay safe. Let's end this reading with a meditation, a clearing away of negative energy, a raising of our positive energy as we embrace the power that is us. So take a nice deep breath in, exhaling whenever it feels comfortable for you. May you move forward in peace and in harmony, Cancer.